Okay, welcome everyone to the ninth episode of the Boomers podcast. Um, this is the third guest episode, and I'm joined here by a very special guest today. So, if you'd like to introduce yourself, guest.
Hi, I'm Ridwana. I went to school with Umar like sixth, seventh grade-ish, I would say.
Yeah,
And I moved across the country, well, to a different country. I'm in the US now, but Summer was doing this, and I was like, I have to be a guest. If I'm not, my life will not be complete. So here I am.
yeah. No, that was a. You're like the first person to like message me, like actually like, because Henrik was like he's like my friend, right? Like that's like
hmm
but like the first person like outside of like my friend group to like say, or like my family to say I want to be on the podcast, and like you're the first person who
No
reached
way.
out to me. Yeah, you're the first person who reached out to me in DMs, which I really appreciate, by the way, because you went through all the thought process of doing that and everything, which is like
Oh my gosh,
that
of
means a lot.
course.
Yeah, it means a lot. So yeah, here we are now. um
Yeah.
but yeah,
Can't
that's
believe it.
sick.
Like, I literally can't believe it.
No, I'm
I kid you not. Oh my gosh.
you're so excited, like that's like the
Yeah.
that like made me so happy.
For sure. Like, okay, imagine being on a podcast. Like, how could you not be excited?
I mean, some people don't want, that's not what some people want. I mean, like, you
True. Yeah.
know,
Fair
I
enough.
mean,
Fair enough.
for us, I guess we're talkers, you know.
Oh yeah.
We're
Yeah.
yeah. I am a big one, and you say you are too, which I from previous experience, I think I believe it. But um
Nice.
but yo, give me an update on the last 5 years, because I haven't seen you since when? End of grade seven, right?
Yeah, I moved this summer. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, June 2016. So what's happened since
Oh
then?
my gosh.
What's
Um,
changed?
you're 5 years older, the usual. Oh my gosh, where do I start? So the move kind of happened like really suddenly. It happened within a week. My parents just were like, we're moving to Michigan. And I was like, nice joke, nice joke. Turns out it's not a joke, and here I am. Cried for the first, I think, month. But
Holy.
yeah, I was so homesick, and I still sometimes get those moments when I'm kind of homesick. I think that's
Mhm.
kind of you with Edmonton, right? Kind of still get
Yeah.
those moments.
Oh
Yep,
my God.
that
Yeah, it
was
is.
that was me with Calgary. Um, I currently go to the University of Michigan, and I'm studying biology, health, and society on that pre-med track, as
Yeah.
every other kid out there.
Mashallah.
But thank you. Mashallah to you too. Like, man, like doing great things, like so cool.
Thank you.
Um, I don't know, like so much has happened. I grew so much as a person, and I think the move to Michigan, although kind of hate it sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely was for a good thing. I've met literally some of my best friends here, and I can't imagine life without them. So, super grateful for that. Um, it's not as scenic as Calgary. So all you see here is kind of just that's it. You don't get those mountains I used to get.
Really?
It's so flat. There's kind of lakes and stuff, but I mean, I can see water in my toilet. Like it's nothing like, oh my gosh,
Uh,
lakes, like
yeah.
um not much to do here either. I don't live in Detroit. I kind of live in a suburb of Detroit, which is like 45 minutes away from it. There's the same restaurant that everybody goes to and all that. So not much, nothing really big or anything, but
Mhm.
hopefully I still tell my mom and dad, I'm like, I'm gonna move back to Calgary. Just you wait. Just you wait. And they're
Seriously?
like, and they're like, mm-hmm, sure you are, sure you are. But you know, it was so cool to see you do this podcast. And I remember when I saw it on your story, I'm not even joking. A little story time. My best friend, she is known for like the past 2 years that I have wanted to do a podcast my whole entire life. And she has it in a note. She has it like a note that she reminds me almost every Friday about it. She's like, oh, remember when you want to do this? And I told her, I was just
Yo.
like, hey, my friend from Calgary just started a podcast. I kind of want to be a guest on it. Should I go for it? And she was like, is that even a question? Like, of course. And then I DM'd you. You responded and you were like, yes, like go ahead. And I remember calling her and I was just like, I need to show my phone for demonstration. I was like, bro, you not believe what happened. I'm like shaking like this. And I'm like so excited. And she was like over the moon for me because literally this is like one of like the biggest things I've wanted to do in my life. And I just
Yeah.
checked it off my bucket list right now. I just feel I'm like
Oh,
shaking from excitement.
yo, I don't even know what to say about that, man. That's like like I'm so happy I could bring this to you, you know?
Literally,
Like that
literally.
that's such a good feeling. Damn. I did not know that.
It's
You did not tell me
insane.
that. Good thing you mentioned it here. Wow.
Yeah, I felt like I needed to wait for this moment to kind of bring
Yeah, to
it.
say it. Um, I didn't know like that's great. Like I didn't know that Detroit or like that area was so boring, you know?
Oh my gosh, literally everything's an hour away. So it's like if I want to do this one day, I can't do something else the same day. You know what I mean? I have to
Hmm.
wait the next day to do it. And it's kind of like, oh, I just wish there was more to do. And I wish there was like, I would say, am I the most spontaneous person? I want to be, but sometimes I get a little bit lazy. But there's a lot that I'd like to do. And usually when I have those like bursts of being spontaneous, I want to do everything in one day, but it's not possible here.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of sucks. And even if I took like an hour road trip, like the best thing I could go is like to a nice mall. So I definitely miss like having all those options in Calgary. So I'm kind of like sad, especially like now because I drive, now because I get to do things on my own and don't have to be like, hey mom, can you drop me over here? Like I don't have to do that
Yeah.
anymore. So like I kind of wish I also had that experience in Calgary where I could do those things with my friends, but everything happens for a reason. I'm
Yeah,
doing
for
great
sure. No, no, no.
here, doing phenomenal.
Yeah,
So
no, that's good. Yeah, no, I
yeah.
thought that Calgary was spaced out, and now the way you're saying this, I'm like,
Oh my
nah.
gosh, you'd be miserable here.
Yeah, no, because like you were talking about how like the difference between Calgary and Edmonton for me. Like Edmonton, everything's really close together. Everything's flat,
Yeah.
close together. Calgary, when we came here, it's a bit different. And then like
Yeah.
thinking about like Detroit and like that area, like what the that's like
Mm-mm.
10 times, I'm imagining 10 times bigger than
Yeah.
like Calgary.
Literally, literally. Sometimes I'm just kind of like, what do people even do here? Do we just sit in our house? Is this our enjoyment?
Wait,
Like,
how do you guys have that, man? That's how we feel here.
no way. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
you guys here would just be like on a plot of land being like, okay, so what do I do now?
No, that's cool. Like I don't know, just seeing someone move away and have this. You have a deep like analysis of this whole thing, which is cool. That's special. Yeah, I don't know. I just think you do. But how's school like in American
Um,
university? Is it different?
oh, it's
Well,
great.
actually, you wouldn't know, but like,
I wouldn't
how's the
know,
experience?
but
Yeah,
um, it's good. I mean, the thing here is like you have like around 8 universities. Like you have a lot of universities here. There's so
like
many. Like in Calgary, you kind of have like what, two, right?
yeah, MRU, UFC. Yeah,
Yeah. Here you have so many options. You genuinely have so many options. The big one is like University of Michigan, U of M. That's kind of the one that I go to. And then there's like other ones like Wayne State, Michigan State, and all that kind of stuff.
hmm,
Um, Kind of sucks at the same time because they're kind of a little bit further apart, like an hour and a half. And a lot of my friends from high school who I was really close with don't go to the same university as me. And
oh,
I'm kind of like feeling that little like, I don't even know what to call it, but sometimes like some like four of my friends are at the same university and I'm over here like,
oh frick, oh no.
yeah, that just kind of sucks. But when you have good people in your life, like you're gonna stay in touch no matter what. So
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
fine. I'm great.
Yeah, no, it's like you said, everything happens for a reason. You
Everything
know,
happens for a reason,
those moments are for,
genuinely,
yeah, those moments are for growth and stuff.
literally.
But yeah, you know, I I hate like the whole, no offense to you and your American friends, but like the idea of doing the SAT, screw that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I have one of my
You
best
just
friend's American. He's done the,
flashbacks.
yeah, nah.
Oh my gosh.
How was that? It was hell, right?
I spent the entire summer, my junior year going to my senior year, my entire summer studying for the SAT.
Last summer?
Yeah, last summer. I could have just said that, yes. Like last summer, the whole entire time, even on my birthday, I had to study for my SAT because my SAT was like 4 days away. Oh my
Wow.
gosh, it was awful, dreadful, the worst thing I've ever done in my life. But in the end, it was kind of rewarding. But at the same time, I was
Yeah.
just like, is it really rewarding if it was like only one test that I took that I spent like 3 months studying for? So I was kind of like, it sucks. Very happy you didn't have to go through that. I don't wish that upon my worst enemy. I really don't. It's
Yeah, no, that sounds terrible, man. Through your birthday, through the summer, missing out on
Mhm.
all those
Bro, I
hangouts.
missed out on so much. Like, I remember my friends would be like, oh, let's go do this. And I'd be like, I want to, but I still have to finish that math section. And it was just, oh, but I made up for it this summer. So I'm good. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. This summer you probably went like crazy, right? Did everything. That's good.
Yeah,
No, that's good.
literally. Yeah, I
That's
saw
really
my
good to
friends like every single day. I was like, hi, I'm here at your door. And they'd be like, okay, we're gonna have to get a
hear.
restraining order on you now. Yeah,
No,
it's great.
that's good to hear. But what like lately? What's been going on in your life? Like, has there been like
Um,
school or like how's it been?
well, school, obviously, that kind of takes up all my time now.
Yep.
Um, I think also like, especially past like 2 months, like since September, I would say that I've been like doing a lot of self-reflection and all that kind of great stuff.
Yeah.
And just really being grateful for what I have in my life because I noticed like someone pointed out, like not someone, my mom, my mother, she was like, don't complain, be happy. Like at one point in my life, I was just so like, oh, nothing made me happy, you know what I mean? And I was always like, oh, this could have gone better. This didn't go the way I wanted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And here, like I would say like the university culture here is very, you move away from home, you meet all new people, you drop all the old people, go have fun, go meet new people and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of people, especially the university I go to, they don't commute. I commute though, because I live around like 20 minutes away. And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to live somewhere else when I can literally just live in my own room, which I love. And I saw that kind of firsthand, and I kind of started feeling like, oh my gosh, like I'm not, people are meeting people right away because they're living there and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna be a loner and all this and all that fun stuff. And I was just so sad. And I was complaining to my mom and all that. And she was like, dude, you already have like such great friends. You have like such great people in your life. Like, why are you sad? Like, you're gonna meet people, but like you don't need to meet all these people here. You already have like the core people that you need in your life, like quality over quantity. And I was
Yeah.
just like, that's so true. And I was just like reflecting more back on that. And like now it's like I kind of like try to stop myself from complaining and being like, it's fine. Like it's not that bad. I think that sometimes I'm just so dramatic about things and I'm so like, this is bad. This could have gotten differently and all that kind of stuff that I forget, like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm living genuinely, like, through my hardships and through everything, like, I'm living a good life. I really am. And, I wake up with a roof over my head. I have food on the table, more
Yeah.
than I can eat. I'm doing so great. And I have like endless opportunities in front of me. I have great people in my life. I'm doing great. Like sometimes I think the little things kind of get in the way of us seeing the bigger picture. And so I've been really like trying to focus on that and trying to like just like things are just meant to happen sometimes, for better or for worse. Let it happen. Don't complain that much. And honestly, it's helped me like just become more happy and like satisfied with what I have. Like, of course, like strive for better and all that kind of stuff. But genuinely, like when you're always seeking out the bad and like the good, you forget to see like how much good really is in front of you, you know? And so that's just kind of been like a 180 and like in my mindset. And I would
Yeah.
say like, oh, life's just so much better when you see it on a positive note. It really
Yeah.
is.
That's
Like
facts, man.
100%.
Dude, you said a lot. That was that was a
Sorry, I like
beautiful
went on a tangent.
no. I love that, man. That's what this podcast is all about. But that was some special stuff there. That's amazing how you see it like that, you know, because a lot of people
Yeah,
don't do that, don't see it like that at all. And there's a ton of
literally.
negative people in life. I'm
Oh,
sure we both
100%.
who like would
Yeah.
never even think about thinking that way. So
Yeah.
that is, yeah, I agree with everything you said the whole time. I was just like facts, 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 facts.
Facts, facts,
But
facts. Good.
yeah. But
What I like to
wow,
hear.
yeah, you know, brown moms, man, they have some special
Oh,
wisdom in them. Yeah, we both know about
genuinely.
that. Yeah, that's sick.
Genuinely.
But
No,
yeah.
for real. Like, I think now that I'm older, I realize how valuable my parents really are. Like, before I'd be like, don't tell me what to do. And now I'm kind of like, hey, mom, what do I do?
Yeah. Now you
Like, genuinely,
come to them for
now
things
I
to
come to
do.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. The other day, I went up to my dad and I was like, hey, Baba, I hope you know you're my best friend. He was like, thanks. I was like, I
Oh
just
my
really
god.
need you to know that.
No,
Yeah, but
that's special. That's a special relationship with parents. Yeah.
yeah,
I
honestly,
remember,
yeah.
this is super random. I remember back on like your old Instagram, you like would post about your dad. And it was like the funniest stuff ever. The stuff you would post.
I
What?
remember you just unlocked like a deep memory in my brain. I used to call him something. What did I call him?
Oh, remember you like it was something about like his perfume. I remember one of those.
I used
Does
to call him
that?
Papa Kwan. I used to call him Papa.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember that in like grade 6, 7. We'd like talk about that. Like I'd hear you with like Ellie and them and like,
oh my
you know, all those
gosh.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, your dad was like, I don't know, your dad just has a look that's like you can approach him. I don't know. If I was like
Oh
at
yeah,
like a brown
100%.
party, he's like the
Yeah.
friendliest dude in the room, you know?
Oh,
He gives
100%.
that
He's
type of
like,
energy.
hi. That's definitely my dad. Yeah. When my
Yeah.
friends come over, my dad's like always like whipping something in the kitchen. He'll be like, you want to try this? They're like, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
no, that's sick. Yeah. Dads who are like that are amazing. My dad kind of does it with my friends too, yeah.
Love that. No, genuinely love my parents. They're the coolest people I know. I think sometimes they think that I'm a little bit of a loner sometimes, but
No.
coolest people I know, hands down.
Yeah. Dude, that's amazing how you have that relationship with your parents. That's sick. Cause like
It
um
is
family is everything. Literally. Like,
100%.
yeah. Um oh, you know, uh for people watching, me and Radwana, she lived two houses, like three houses
Yeah.
down for me.
Down.
That was
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
like so crazy. Like, what the who would
Oh
have
my
thought that like
gosh.
I'd be doing a
Yeah.
podcast with my neighbor like 5 years later,
Oh,
you know?
except that neighbor now lives
Yeah,
literally
across
on the
the
other side
freaking continent. Yeah.
continent. Yeah. Oh my
Do
gosh.
you
I
remember
have
that
some
house?
good,
Do you miss his house?
bro. Oh my gosh. When we sold that house around 2, 3 years ago, and I was like bawling. I was like, no. That was kind of like my childhood house, you know?
Yeah.
And like seeing, because we rented it out, and I was like, please, you better never like sell that house. That house is gonna be mine and all that kind of stuff. And then I realized that wasn't realistic, and my parents ended up selling that house. And I just like right before they sold it, we were in Calgary actually, and
Oh,
my
for real?
dad took us to like see the house again. And we got to see the inside again. I got to see my old room, got to see everything. Of course, like the tenants were there at the moment, or like people who were renting it out.
Yeah.
But like I remember just like remembering all the good memories I had in that house. And I was just like, I remember almost breaking down. Like I know it's just a house, but
Yeah,
it
wow.
holds so much.
No, no,
Oh
no,
man, I
for
got to see all
sure.
my old friends, got to see my old house, everything.
Hmm.
And we were I wanted to go this year again. I was just like every 3 years we got to go, you know?
Yeah.
And then, COVID regulations, all this, parents' work and all that kind of
Oh,
stuff, and we didn't
yeah.
get to go. But hopefully soon I want to go back to Calgary and stalk the new people that live in my house now because I lived there first, but I'd love to see that again because the house holds so many like childhood memories. And I grew up in that house. Like now here I am in this new house, which is great and all, but I miss the old one.
And your room is dope too. The moons are sick.
uh,
Moons are sick
Thank
too.
you.
That's amazing.
I'm not gonna give you a room tour right now, but I have moons everywhere. I have a little bit of
Moon,
obsession with the moon.
moon fan.
Moon fan, a moon fan, yeah. People are like, oh, Mercury's in retrograde. Me being like, the moon's in retrograde. Like
What the heck does that
I
mean?
I don't know. You haven't heard about this?
No.
It's like this astrology thing where people are like, Mercury's in retrograde, Mercury's in retrograde. Like, I don't know what that means, but
Yeah, I don't know
yeah,
what that means either. Okay,
yeah.
anyways,
I just see it everywhere.
uh yeah. When's the next time you're planning to come?
I honestly don't know. Let's crossing my fingers that my parents say yes to this summer, because you know, it's been a minute and I really
Yeah.
want to go back. I don't know yet though. Like there isn't like a plan of like this is the year that we're gonna go, but gonna convince my parents to come
Yeah.
back.
And it's changing too, like with COVID and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But like, do you really, you were like deep down, if you had the opportunity, would you move back?
No question, no questions asked.
Seriously?
100%, 100%.
And
Yeah.
like that would be with your family, right? Assuming your family would
Well,
come with
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, because alone would probably kind of suck, but
yeah. I
um,
feel like alone, I'd probably want to move back, but if my family, I
mhm.
think that if we could just take our house and put it on a plane and then like plop it somewhere in Calgary,
Yeah.
oh, my life would be complete. I think so. Yeah.
Okay, what's like the, I know we talked about it kind of. What's like the
Yeah.
biggest thing you miss? Like the number one thing about Calgary that you miss?
Okay, this isn't really a thing, but like, when a place just feels like home to you, when you're there and you're just like, I'm home.
Yeah.
Like, I never really felt that here in Michigan. Like, sometimes I'll just get sad and I'd be like, oh, I feel like, going home, but like, home wasn't like where I am right now. It was like, I want to be in Calgary. I
Hmm.
want to be in my house in Calgary. I want to be with the people I knew in Calgary. Like, that just felt like home. I think Calgary was some of the best years of my life, and especially like the people that I knew, and like my dad's like best friends were all in Calgary. And so like every weekend I'd get to see so many different people and like all like the same people, and they were so amazing and so high energy. Here the energy is kind of like lower, They were just kind of
Really?
like, hey, hi, how you doing? But there it was like, especially on Eid, oh my gosh, like
Oh
in
yeah.
Calgary, it was insane. It was so insane. And here it's just kind of like everyone's just kind of like, hey, hi, how you doing? That's kind of like it. And
So it's more
I just
dead.
miss that. Yeah, yeah. It's just more dead, honestly. Like people just don't have that same energy and don't have the same like not I don't know how to explain it, but energy. Like I just miss that high energy. I just miss Calgary. You're gonna be crying right now. I'm gonna be like, oh, I miss Calgary.
No, I can
Yeah.
relate to you, man. With Edmonton.
Edmonton, yeah, I
Yeah, I
bet
the feeling of home. It's just it's like,
it's
yeah,
different.
it's like you said. It's not like in. It's like the entire. It's like everything. It's not like
Everything
one
literally.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, no, no. That's it's sad, but at the same time, it's like you said earlier, that has caused you to go through different experiences, get different growth,
Oh,
you know.
100%.
Yeah.
No, genuinely, like I don't think I'd be the person I am if I didn't go through the experiences I did in Michigan.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
genuinely
no.
don't. Everything happens for a
Um
reason again.
yeah. Most cliche thing ever, but it's
Cliche thing
very
ever,
true.
but so true, 100%.
Yeah. Um I don't know, when you were just talking about home and stuff, I just kept on getting flashbacks to like grade 6 and 7. I don't know why.
Oh,
Like we, yo, oh wait, yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think? Like you said, your best years are in Calgary, right? You think?
yeah. Mm,
So
okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
let's hear it. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, what they were
Yeah.
okay. Um, what year in specific do you think it would be?
Um,
Like in terms, not a grade, but like 20
yeah,
whatever, you know?
that's tough. I would say probably like when I was in fourth grade. I don't remember what year that was. Not gonna do the math right now, but definitely fourth grade. It was just really good. And I remember the economy in Calgary was like great and everything, and people were
Yeah,
just lively. And I just remember that. But I feel like, maybe I think I idolize kind of Calgary a little bit. So I kind of forget like the bad things that were there as well.
yeah,
But I also know, honestly, I've had some such really great moments here as well, and some like really amazing times here. But if they were in Calgary, they'd be better. No, I'm just kidding. Um,
yeah. You don't know that.
but I don't know that literally. So no, I really just miss the energy that was there. I feel like when you are surrounded by some really high energy people, that's kind of energy you get. And when you're surrounded with the opposite, that's kind of how you feel.
Yeah,
So that's just kind of like the thing that I'm kind of like, I miss Calgary. Ugh.
yeah. Like deep down, you're craving that to come back somehow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
makes
But
sense.
I know it's not possible. So
Yeah, no, no, no.
yeah.
You said it perfectly before with the whole, you know, the reason why I am the way I am right now is because of
Yeah,
Michigan and all this. Yeah, that makes sense.
literally. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man. I wrote down some stuff I want to ask you, just
Oh,
like
go ahead.
about
Yes.
life and stuff, you know.
Hmm.
Um, we kind of talked about it before. Do you think you'll be living, or yeah, do you think you'll be living your whole life in Michigan?
Honestly, no. I don't think Michigan, I don't want to say is enough for me or something like that, but I feel like there's more that I want to do and more opportunities that I want to explore that Michigan just wouldn't grant me. And I'm open
Yeah,
to moving to Kentucky or whatever, like, wherever life takes me genuinely, but I'd love to move back to Calgary someday. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, also great. Because again, everything happens for a reason, yada, yada,
hmm,
yada. But yeah, I don't I'm not like attached to Michigan. I'm like, I'm gonna stay here forever. Like, no, I don't think so.
yeah. And are you attached to Calgary? Do you feel
I
like?
think so. I think like a little bit, I would say so, but I think it's just like because I grew up there, that's why it's so special to me.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like it's either Calgary or nowhere. Like that's not really how I feel. So
Mhm.
there's that.
All right. Kind of on the same track. Where do
Yeah.
you where do you see yourself 10 years from today?
I literally could not answer that question. I cannot answer that question. I
No, that
like literally for the life of me. You know how some people just have like their 10-year plan just set out?
yeah, those people are crazy.
I think they're crazy too. I genuinely think that they're like out of their mind. Like every single day I'm doing something new, I'm trying something different, and I don't have a plan. I really don't. Hopefully I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm alive, breathing.
Yeah.
Hopefully that I would hope I'm that in 10 years, but
Yeah.
um I would really hope that, whatever I'm pursuing, I'm happy with. Whether it's what I'm going into right now, like medicine or something else. I just hope I'm happy with it. I would really also, I don't know if you know, but like I still do art, like I still like paint and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I would really like to see like myself kind of getting more into that and like exploring more options into that. Um, Hopefully still listening to your podcast 10 years from now. on your like millionth episode.
Oh
Being
yeah,
like,
maybe.
mhm,
We'll see.
yeah, hopefully that happens. I want to see this podcast get like a billion subscribers.
Thank you. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. What about you? Like, what is your 10 years from now? This is what I hope to be.
Same thing as you. Like
Yeah.
yo, I literally every day my opinion about everything changes. My opinion
Yep.
about
Mhm.
my yeah, my opinion about like
Yep.
my school. I'm like maybe I should have done this. And then like my opinion about like having a family, my opinion about
Mhm.
getting married, like my opinion
Mhm.
about where I want to be. Like it's just all changing. I'm not like in a place where I'm like constantly like this. It's just constantly up and down.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the struggle of being an 18-year-old in this time,
Oh,
you know,
100%.
in our
Yeah.
lives. But
Literally.
basically same thing as you. I'm kind of
Yeah.
I like I know who I am and like everything, but like at the same time I'm in general I'm lost. You
Oh,
know?
100%. 100%.
Yeah. I feel like as university kids we all feel that so hard. Like first year
For real.
university kids,
Yeah.
it's a
Just
struggle.
that, like, I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm going. Like,
Anything,
yep.
yeah.
Anything, literally.
Um, but yeah, that yo wait about the art thing.
Yeah.
That's really cool to me, and I don't remember. I don't think we were in the same art class in like grade 7.
Mhm.
But what kind of art are you like into?
I paint a lot. Painting is kind of like what I do. I've done literally anything that I can do. I want to like get my hands on. Like I've done a lot of photography. Um,
Really?
I've done a lot of digital art too. Drawing is kind of like but like painting is kind of where it's at. Um, oh, little story time. Sorry, I had to just add
No, no,
story
no.
times.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Um, but so I volunteer at this little studio. It's like 5 minutes away from my house, and I kind of like teach little kids how to paint and all this kind of stuff. And then after that, like the owner, she kind of lets me paint in there on my own time, and I have a little key.
What the heck?
Yeah, it's so amazing. Like I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and I love and I adore her so much. Shout out Miss D, you are the GOAT. You are the best person ever. Literally, she
Miss
is
D.
Miss D, yeah.
Shout
She
out Miss
is
D.
phenomenal. Yeah. I remember one day, I this was a few days after I discovered your podcast. I went in there and I was feeling so down. I was just feeling like meh, and I need to like paint it out, you know? So I got on
Yeah.
my stuff and all that kind of stuff. And usually I like to have some background music, a podcast, something in like the background just to have some like noise in the background. And I remember like seeing your podcast and I was like, oh my gosh, third episode, like, because I watched the 2 episodes before that. And I clicked on the third episode and I
Thank
remember
you.
the whole thing was just the whole studio is dark and it's just little me in a little corner. And it's my computer and it's literally me listening to your podcast and me painting. And I remember like listening to
Oh
the
my
stuff you
god.
were saying and like I genuinely felt like I was having a conversation with my friend. And I think that's what like really sets your podcast apart. Like all the other podcasts, I feel like someone's lecturing me, someone's telling me, you know what I mean? Do this with your
Yeah.
life, go like this, do this. And I feel like when I was listening, especially maybe it's because like I've known you years ago that well, I still know
Yeah,
you, but it
yeah.
definitely felt like a friend was talking to me and I just felt like so much like calmer and like better after I had that little paint session listening to your podcast and I came out of the studio and I went home and I just felt like everything's gonna be okay. Like genuinely it was a really great moment in my life. And I had to mention that because I genuinely think that, you know, having your podcast, having you talking in that podcast was really like a staple moment in that moment. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god. Bro, thank you so much for that.
Yeah, of
Thank you for
course.
listening. And like the way you're saying it, like this is my goal. Like you're literally describing what I want, like what my
Yes.
goal is with this
Yes.
podcast. That like it's such a huge compliment. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that I could freaking do that for you. And like you, and that
Yeah.
you're it's like you chose to make it the way you made it, you know? If that
Hmm.
makes sense. Like you chose
Yeah.
to like how you were talking about earlier, like looking at things in like a good way. And like you chose to do
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that. I don't even know what to say. But like that's just like having you here now, like I like that's
Yeah.
like if I could repay you in any way, it would be this. Like I don't know what to
Well,
do because like
here we
that's
are.
like yeah, that's amazing. The studio thing is so cool. Like that
Yeah.
seems like such a cool creative way of self-expression that you're
Oh,
into,
100%.
and
Yeah.
like in a studio alone with like dark, like the way I'm
Oh
picturing
my
it in my
gosh.
mind is so cool.
It's everything. And it's like, it really is like a nice little place to just de-stress, like completely like all of it out.
Hmm.
And oh my gosh, I love that studio so much. It means so much to me. Again, shout out to Miss D. You are the best person ever. And I literally can't believe that I knew her since I was like 15. And I used to like take art lessons from her. And now I'm like helping her teach classes. I'm painting in her studio. She's letting me do so much. Like it's so crazy where life takes you, honestly.
Yeah. No, shout out to Miss D. She sounds like an amazing person. Dude,
She is literally.
you were like her disciple and now you're like part of her like team, you know?
What?
Like
Like,
yeah, that's so cool. That's like in Kung Fu Panda. The you know what was his name? What was the freaking like
oh,
the like short, yeah, no, pose the panda, but like
yeah.
the teacher, his teacher, Master
Um,
Shifu.
Master Shifu,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Master Shifu's like Miss D and you're Poe. And like she like raised you, helped you fight or whatever, and now you're part of like the squad, you know? That's
Oh
sick.
my
That
gosh. I need to tell her this reference and be like, guess what?
but yeah, you're like that's probably an amazing experience. You gotta be
Yeah.
with like kids, help kids out, help
Yeah.
Miss D out, help yourself out. Like
Literally.
it's a win for everyone, you know?
Literally is. Oh, I
That's
love it.
cool. Yeah. Keep on doing that story thing. That's sick. That was like
Me, like every
so
three
cool.
seconds, story time, story time.
Yeah. That's like the most special part of this entire episode. Damn. Okay. Uh all right. Next question. Who
Yes.
we kind of I think I know the answer to this because we kind of talked about it a bit earlier, but like who's the person right now who knows you the best?
Ooh. I don't know, honestly. Like I want to say my parents, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I also want to say me, but at the same time, I don't know. Well, other than my parents and myself, I just want to shout out my best friend, Hajar. Hi, because I'm gonna send this to her right
Hajar.
after.
All right.
Hajar, yeah. Definitely she knows me like the back of her hand, I would say.
Mhm.
Um, again, have good people in your life. Good company is so important, and we don't put that value on them, but definitely she has helped me through so much. Like having good people in your life really is a game changer. Like at my lowest points, she was that little hug that I needed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, sometimes I can just call her and like I don't have to say anything and she'll be like, rant to me. What's going on? Like I don't even have to say anything. She just knows.
Mhm.
Like I could just be there and in that moment she'll know exactly what I'm thinking, exactly how I'm feeling. And like um I watched the episode with you and your sister Dina, who seems like a phenomenal person, by the way. Both are phenomenal people. And
Thank
she
you.
was talking about, finding good people in your life who you can rely on. And I'm an only
Yeah.
child. So I don't really have siblings. And, although I have my parents, they're also my parents. Kind of having someone your own age really does make a difference.
Yeah.
And I really think that I found that person in my life who is like a sibling to me, who I can go to, who I can cry to, who I can laugh with, do everything with,
Everything.
and
Yeah.
everything. Literally, I could be like, man, my skin's dry, and she'll give me a solution. You know what I mean? Like, she's phenomenal. She literally is. And so I'd say, other than my family members and such, my best friend, who is basically a sister to me, definitely knows me the best, I would say.
Amazing answer, amazing delivery. That is
Thank you.
that's yeah. No, that what you said is so important, man. You know, parents are one thing, but when someone can relate to you and you can relate to them, and they're like the same age group, like you're saying, that's
Yep.
when like you can do. I feel like you can do a bit more. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But like yeah, being an only child, I can't imagine like yeah, like you said, she's your version of like a sister. So you can
Yes.
go to her for anything, and it's like you're on the
Literally.
same page. And
Yep.
she seems like a really empathetic person and like an understanding
Oh my
person.
gosh.
So
100%.
yeah,
Literally.
that's really special relationship you have. And that's like thanks again for watching the episode, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, you understood the message of that, which is like the genuine person, finding the genuine person in your life,
Yeah.
and like because that's so important. And like you
It
just
is.
talked about the importance of that. So
Literally.
yeah, that's beautiful. Um,
Can't imagine life without her.
yeah,
Find good
no.
company. If anything, find good company makes the world. Makes the world.
Yeah, makes the world in your mind way better.
Yes. 100%. Literally
Yeah.
so good for your mental health. It literally is.
Yeah. Next question. Um,
Yes.
what are you like? It doesn't have to be like academic. It can be anything. What
Yeah.
are you like most proud of in your entire life?
Ooh, these are some like hard hitting questions. Okay. Um, what am I most proud of? Ooh. Oh, I got it. Okay. I think I'm most proud of like what I've been able to do for the people in my life, you know?
Yeah.
Um, Story time.
Yeah, let's hear
Okay.
it.
So yesterday I was with one of my friends and I was telling her, I was like, you're like so pretty and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, oh, you're so gorgeous. And I posted her on my story as well. And, I didn't think it'd be like a big thing or whatever, but she texted me later that night and she was like, I know it was just like a post and you were, like just telling me I'm like, I look nice and stuff. But she was like, you had no idea what that did for me. And she's on her own journey of like self love and so much. And
Yeah.
she was just saying that like it was something so like minuscule but it really had such a big impact on me, and that like, oh, that made my world, that made my day, it really did. And I was just thinking about like, do I do this often for people? And I was like remembering instances of people where they were like, thank you for being here, thank you for doing the thing that you did, and being here and letting me cry myself out or like whatever, and just being the thing that I needed in this moment. And I was just thinking like, wow, like I did that, I'm not trying to be like I did that, but like
Yeah.
the
No, I
fact
feel
that
you.
I had the capability of doing that and like helping somebody and making them feel like they're doing good, that they're doing amazing and they are worthy. And that's just insane to me. Like, you really, one single action really has like, oh my gosh, you can do so much, you really can. And
Hmm.
the things that you do for people, really, they're the best things ever. And so I would say that, the moments that I have been able to help people and I've been able to be that person that they could go to, or having like doing something that meant this much, I think those are the things I'm most proud of, because I think in the end those are the things that most count, not the grade that I got in my bio class or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No, that's a really special answer. I really agree with that. And by the way, like like you the way you're like saying it, like like as if you're bragging, like that's totally not like the energy I think
okay, good. I
anyone.
don't want to give that off.
No. You that like you deserve to talk about it that way and stuff, because
Thank
like
you.
yeah, that like everyone has so much power, and with words and stuff, and like the way you were describing it, like there are no like small things in life.
There
In
really
my
isn't. Yeah.
like because like you said, like the small thing seemed so big to like your friend, which is like,
Right? Like I didn't even notice that. Like what?
yeah, no, that's cool. Um, next question here.
Wait. Can I ask what's your like proudest moment? Like I really want to know this.
Oh, my proudest moment?
Yeah.
Hmm. My proudest moment.
Tough question.
Yeah, it is tough. Okay. Um, I kind of have two answers. Uh, one is like short, one is kind of long. Uh, first would probably be this podcast, and I'm just like really proud of.
Good.
Thanks.
Good.
This podcast has been like the craziest experience, one of the craziest experiences in my life, and it's been like such a good like platform for self-expression. And I'm just, it's hard sometimes. It's hard to be motivated to make content and to do things and to talk with other people like we are now. It's hard to get into these moments and to have the motivation to do it. But that's like, yeah, that's one thing I'm really proud of in my entire life. And I really hope I can continue doing it and have awesome people like you join me on the way, you know,
Yeah.
and have these dope conversations. And so
For
yeah, that's the
sure.
first thing. Second thing, you watched the second episode, you'd know about this. It's like about like my school and like
Mhm.
last year, my like first semester of grade 12. Um, I literally like in grade 10, like at like halfway through, like in October, November of that year, I had like a 55 in math. And then like in grade 12, I came out like, I'm not even trying to, like, obviously some people are like, they have higher grades in this, but like for me, I got a 90 in math 30, which was
Yeah.
like the crazy, the like craziest thing ever. I never thought that I would be able to
Yeah.
get a 90 in a class, like an in-person class, because the online ones, anyone can get a 90. It's freaking easy.
Yeah.
But like, and like chem too, I had a above 90 grade in that. So like,
Let's
I know
go.
it's, yeah, I know we just talked about, or you just said, not like my grade in bio, but
No,
like,
no, this is something to be proud of. It really is. Like I hope you know, like I'm not trying to be like, no, the grades don't matter. No,
yeah,
like this is something to be proud of. Yes.
yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah. But like just the journey and like seeing like, damn, I came from being this idiot and this negative, stupid person to just like achieving this and like finally looking at myself in the mirror and like being happy. That just made myself like it, it made me
Aw,
kind of like change the way I look at myself. That's what the second episode's about. But
yeah.
like that was like a very special moment. So yeah, those are my two ones. Thanks for asking about that. But
I love them.
yeah.
Best answers, honestly. Proud of you. Proud of
Thanks.
you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you too, man. Uh all right. Next question. This is kind of like simple, straight up. Are you
Yeah.
happy?
Yes, I know. Sorry, that was like really fast. Yes and no.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah, I was confused. Okay.
yes and no.
Yes and
Yes,
no.
I
Okay.
am. Yeah. Yes, I am. And no, I'm not. Um, I think there's so many reasons that I am happy, but there's still some things in my life where I'm kind of like, they're kind of bringing me down a little bit, a little bit. Um,
Yeah.
don't know where that accent came from, but yeah, there are certain things where, I'm not quite happy. Not that I'm sad, but I'm not quite happy about these things in my life. Me, I could have just said yes or no, me happy or sad, but I'm taking the long way.
No, it makes sense.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully I think I'm at a like a 60% happy, a 40% sad, and I'm trying to get to like a 90% happy with a 10% sad. We're
Yeah.
like somewhere there. But life is always evolving. I'm always evolving. Hopefully I get there.
Inshallah.
Hopefully, inshallah, literally. And you know, there's just some bad habits that I have that I just want to let go of. And I think they're holding me back. And I think
Mhm.
if I let them go, my happiness will soar. So let's hope that Ridwana can
Inshallah.
do it.
Yeah, you will.
Inshallah. Yeah.
I know you will. No, no. Just from our like conversation so far, just over text and everything, I can tell that you're ambitious, you're intelligent, you're strong-willed,
Oh man.
you're a good person. So
Thank you.
good
Thank you
people
so
can
much.
normally, yeah, no problem, man. It's just the truth. But good people normally can overcome their like demons and their like struggles and everything.
Yeah.
Inshallah, you'll be able to do
Inshallah.
it.
Yeah. I'll update
So
you me
yeah.
in a month being like, hey, so happiness went up like 20%.
Yeah. No. We'll definitely talk more about
Yeah, yeah.
that. But so follow up to that. What do you think is like the for you, or maybe in general, what do you believe is like the like what determines happiness for you?
Oh man, this is like itching my brain. Like, um, what does it, I don't know. I if I'm being honest, like I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I think
it's fine.
it's like there's so many factors that go into my happiness. Um, I I don't know, but I would say again, the people I have in my life, if I think motivation's a big one. When my motivation is high, my happiness is there too. But
Mhm.
when my motivation is super low, it's just kind of hard to like be a little bit more optimistic. But I think happiness is also always evolving, and happiness doesn't need like I don't to be happy. I don't need to be like, hey, how are you? Like I can, just be in my bed reading a book, and that can be happiness for me. So
Yeah.
me acting like I read books. Oh, but yeah, yeah. What about you? What determines happiness for you? This is I must know the answer to this.
All right. Well, like you said, like happiness is like constantly evolving, right?
Yeah.
So like that's something I really agree with. Like for me, it's like change in general, just the idea of change.
Oh, yeah.
So like when I have a change in like environment, it can be bad. It can make me unhappy. So like being in like I was in Costco today, there were like a million people around me, and I was like I do not want to be here. This is like overstimulating because I like don't feel like I feel unsafe.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to be like this and like have my mask tight on my
Oh,
face, you know?
yeah.
So it's like,
Germs.
yeah, germs and COVID everywhere. So it's like that's an example of being unhappy. And then like with being happy, it's like, I don't know, going on like vacation. Like I went to Toronto this summer, like
Ooh.
one of my like happiest times of my life. My best friend came from New Jersey over here for 10 days. Um, one of the happiest times of my life, probably the happiest time of my life. So it's like
Oh,
it's either change in environment, lifestyle, mentality, uh, something physical, just change in general. Um, but yeah.
phenomenal answer. Correct.
Thank
Ding,
you.
ding, ding.
Yeah, I mean, does that what do you think about that? Like change, like for you, does that
Um,
work?
I think honestly, yeah, like change is what brings on happiness. You know what I mean? Like if I'm in a
Hmm.
bad moment, like I can't just, be happy in that bad moment. Like I have to have something change in order for me to like
Yeah.
gain what I want to
No.
do.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think just hearing you say this like made me also realize like I really gotta appreciate change as well. Like changing was moving from my hometown to Michigan, and change was good in this instance. And even when you think change is bad, it's probably a good thing because it's getting you where you need to be in life. Everything always happens for a reason, yada yada yada.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We are on the same page with that. But like moving to like from Calgary to Michigan is like a change in everything.
Oh
So
yeah.
like, yeah, you're saying like for the first month you were like crying every day. So
Oh
like
yeah.
that would show how it's like bad, but then like slowly you're adapting and like everything's like
Yeah.
coming together, and then you get happier, and
Yeah.
like now you're like in a better space than you were when you first came here,
Oh,
you know?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Next question. Are you
Okay.
introverted or introverted or extroverted?
Introvert. I think I'm um an extroverted introvert. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
See, I
yeah, elaborate on that.
okay. I am definitely like I'm not I wouldn't say I'm a shy person. I wouldn't say I'm kind of closed off or anything. I'm definitely when I'm with people, I'm kind of like, "Hi, how are you? How you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
But um if I'm being honest, I spend a lot of my time alone. I really do. I while most a lot of my friends they are going out on a Friday night, sometimes I just want to be at home. I really value my alone time. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought I was an extrovert if I'm being honest. And then I think I realized like the best moments in my life sometimes were when I was kind of alone, if I'm being honest, when I was kind of in my room, just by myself, doing what I needed to do. And I think I also, after COVID, my social battery is like non-existent now.
Yeah.
Like before, it'd always be like up here, and now it's like here. But I'm also very thankful for that. I think COVID taught me like to be really secure in myself. I used to be a really insecure person. I still kind of am, but more confident in myself, kind of knowing what I like before I would just if I did something different, like I couldn't handle it. I was like, oh my gosh, no one else does this. Like, oh, I'm different. I'm you quirky. Like I can't do it.
Yeah.
But now it's like I don't care. Like if I like something, I'm gonna go do it. And this is completely straying away from the question itself, but extroverted introvert, I enjoy being with people, but best times are alone. I like being alone. I feel safe when I'm alone. I feel better when I'm alone sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, no, no. That all makes sense to me. I completely understand what you're saying, where you're coming from. Um, but yeah, that no, no, no. Yeah, sometimes being out and stuff is too much. Like I was just saying, like the whole overstimulation thing, being outside, a bunch of people. Yeah, alone
yeah,
time is really important, and I'm glad you were able to realize that. But yeah,
100%
um, what's your favorite thing to do on a day off?
on a day off. Sleep. No, okay, actually, sleep with my cat. There we go. That's the answer. No, I'm kidding. I like painting, drawing, going, watching The Office, basic things.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, she likes The Office. Woo, gotta kick her out. Um,
But starts muting you right now. God.
the whole entire time I'm talking and no one can hear me. You're like,
Oh my god.
um, but just kind of doing like the mundane things in life, you know what I mean? I think those are my favorite things because sometimes I would say my life gets very hectic and busy. And I'm constantly jumping around doing this next thing to the next. And I think
Yeah.
slowing down is my favorite thing to do on my day off. Just
And with your alone time, right?
oh my
Again.
alone time. I love my alone time.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, no, no. That's so dope. Like drawing when you're alone, painting when you're alone, sleeping with your
Yeah.
cat, even though it's not
Oh,
technically alone. Like
but I'm
your
alone. I
uh,
consider that alone.
your cat is amazing, man.
Oh my gosh.
I just can't get over that.
Best thing ever.
Yeah. What is it?
Literally.
Wait, sorry, go ahead.
No, no, no. What were you go.
Oh man, ladies first.
Okay, okay, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, I think everybody who has a pet knows this. They're literally, oh my gosh, I adore my cat so much. Like, I know, okay, he's just a cat and whatever, but like genuinely to me, he's a family member. I got him in like one of my lowest points in my life. And like sometimes I get like bad anxiety attacks, and
Yeah.
my cat's there at that second. Like I don't know how, but he just knows. I remember once I was in my room and I was like trying to study for like one of my tests and I like just couldn't get the material in. And I like started like low-key panicking. I don't know why. It just happens out of nowhere. And my cat was like sleeping like on my window. And then he just kind of comes towards me and he like comes sits on my lap and he just starts like rubbing his head on my shoulder. I just start like hugging my cat and I'm like crying right there. And I just like all of a sudden like I realized like the he's a cat, I get it, but in that moment like my cat literally was the world to me. Like I know she's a cat lady. Oh, get her out. But
No, that's amazing.
oh, I love my cat. He's he's not with me right now. He only likes sleeping with my dad. I know, ugh, but he's one of my best friends, even though he is an animal who cannot talk and doesn't understand anything I tell him, but one of my best friends. So yeah.
No, that's so sick. I'm so jealous of you. You're so, I'm not gonna say you're lucky. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
You're I don't know. I'm just jealous of you.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, me coming to Calgary with my cat being like, hey, I got him right
Yeah.
here.
Stop at my house. I'll pet him.
Yeah,
No,
me being
just
like,
kidding.
me calling being like, hey, so I got my cat. If you wanna come and pet him.
Honestly, that cat is so sick. Like, if I were to get a cat, it would look exactly like yours, just because
Get a
those ones.
twin.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe your cat's a dude. Never mind. I was gonna say they could have the kids. That's so stupid. Okay.
Yep. He can have kids.
But yeah. Last one I have here. What do you think the biggest problem in like? What do you think the biggest problem in like the place that like in your life and in like what do you think the biggest problem in your life is like that affects you the most?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Um, right now. I think the biggest problem is me.
Yeah.
Weird answer, but I
No.
think
It's not weird.
the biggest problem is me, if I'm being honest. Sometimes I think, how do I make this into a sentence? Um, I think my biggest problem is that sometimes I doubt myself. Sometimes I don't realize my worth. Sometimes I just suck. That's
No, we all do.
the
It's
whole
fine.
thing. And I think we all do. That's true. Yeah. But I'm doing great as well. I gotta forgive myself sometimes. I make mistakes. I'm a person, like I just need to relax sometimes. Like I
Yeah.
need to stop being this hard on myself. But I think I'm always evolving. I'm 18. That is the prime age of being awkward, hating everything, being a loner, not knowing what you're doing with your life. And that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the biggest problem in my life. But me being stupid sometimes, but I'm also proud of myself.
Yeah.
Shout out future Idwana. Don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah. If she's watching
What
this,
about you?
hopefully. But yeah. Oh, what
Hopefully
about me?
10 years from now, I'm rewatching this.
Yeah. Nah, same answer for me. It's also me. I feel um like in life, like like battling yourself is like the biggest obstacle. Like,
Oh, 100%.
and
Yeah.
yeah, what you're saying, like doubting yourself and like just sucking in general, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that is just a problem, and it's like it's not good, but it's also a part of life, and you have to accept it. You have to deal with it, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's okay to be all the things that we are at this age, at the way we are now. It's fine. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, but yeah. So we are at around the 1 hour mark.
Oh,
So yeah, if you have
bro, this felt
anything
like 5
else,
minutes.
yeah, it went by so quick. I'm so
It
surprised.
went by so quick. Like I
Yeah.
literally felt like I just had a 5-minute conversation. I
But,
kind of had a few questions that I want to ask you, if that's okay. Is that
yeah, sure. Hold up. Frick. My laptop is on 6% right now, and I can't like plug in the two like charger things. So if you want to like ask it like really quick,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So first
like
question.
5 minutes. All right.
Okay, got you. Okay, first question. um, who are the most important people in your life and why?
My mom and my sister and my dad, but mainly my mom and my sister, just because I'm closer with them than I am with my dad.
Mhm.
And I don't know why that is. Just me and my mom and my sister, we just talk a lot. Super
Mhm.
open relationship. We can talk about anything. It's not like, there's no like, I don't feel restricted or anything. It's all just like genuine, and it's all love. You know.
Oh, I
So
love that.
yeah, you kind of saw that with the last episode, how close me and my sister are. Um,
Yeah.
I feel like me and my mom are even closer though. Uh,
Dang. Wow.
so yeah, my mom is like the most important person in my life, and like then Dina is. So yeah, that answers that question.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
If
Um, if you could change one thing in your life right now, what would it be?
I could change one thing,
Just one thing. Or seven things, up to you.
change one thing. Damn,
Tough
damn, I
question.
have not. Crap. Maybe it would be my time management. Because
Same.
yeah, I think that's a problem for most people in the world. But like, I
Mm.
feel like I waste a lot of time, and obviously, because like we're basically machines. Like we can't, like we're humans, but we're like we have machines within us, like our brain. So like we're not 100% efficient. No machine is 100% efficient. We learned that in like grade six. Uh, but
Yeah.
like, but like I feel like sometimes I'm too inefficient and I'm too ineffective at times. So I wish like I can obviously control that, but I wanna if I could change something, it would be to get myself the motivation to fix that. Yeah, that answers
Good
that question.
answer. Good answer. Okay. This one was kind of like when I was watching your episode with your sister,
Yeah.
um, you were telling, yeah, like you were saying how you were so close with your sister and you were really close with your mom. Do you think like having these female influences in your life and like having your older sister and having your being so close with your mom, like do you think that changed you for like not changed you, but that made you grow up in a certain way, grow up um respecting women more? Not like no, that's not like what I wanted to go at, but like like I feel like people who are like close to their moms or like have older sisters and are close to their sisters, I feel like I don't know, I just see a difference. So is there
No.
do you think?
Yeah. No, no, no. For sure, there is. I know what you're saying. It's kind of hard to put into words, but
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like I understand like the feminine like mind more than like most dudes, and like more than my friends probably.
Mm.
I don't know. I haven't really like measured this. There's no measurement for this. But like
Yeah.
just being around like female energy and like hearing what they have to say and talking, I feel like in a way I like empathize with women in a different light than like some dudes would. And like
Interesting.
yeah, I feel like I know, I can't say I know, but like I feel like I have a more full understanding of like female energy and like femininity, if that's the right word. But
Got
yeah,
you. I got
it
you. Yeah.
it definitely has affected me in the way I grew up, and like the way I see women, and like the things I like want to think about women. Like
Hmm.
it's not like overly sexual or like I don't know. It's given me a different like lens to
Yeah.
say like, do I want this to happen to my mom or my sister? Like, would I
Hmm.
do this to another girl? Would I do this? Would I say
Yeah.
this to someone? Would I think about someone like this? would I want this to be done to my sister or my mom? The answer is no. And like, that type of stuff, so it's like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, if that, yeah,
Interesting.
I think
Yeah.
that makes sense to you as a girl.
Yeah, yeah. I completely like got the way that you were on. I was just like,
Mhm.
oh, uh-huh. No,
Yeah.
100%. Like, I've definitely seen that, like, a lot of guys who are closer with older sisters or with their mom, like, they definitely, I see the way they talk to me differently, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Versus like some guys, they just get a little too cocky and they're like, they don't understand boundaries sometimes. They don't understand like that you're an equal to them. And I just like, I like noticed that here and I was just like, let me just ask this question. But
Yeah.
yeah, like definitely I think you know, a lot of guys who are very close with women in their life definitely have a different perspective and definitely, I would say, not treat women better, but kind of see a different like eye to eye level with them, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
No. Yeah, they do. And I think I do. Probably, yeah. I think.
Proud of you, man.
Yeah. I think that's like the big reason why I am like the way I am, why I'm so emotional. I feel like
Yeah.
when you're growing up around like men, it's like you can't explore that emotional side as much as you
Yeah.
can when like you have a female influence. So,
Mm.
you know, because I feel
Yeah. Yeah.
like it's the whole like societal thing. Because like people are like, oh, men are supposed to be like, like tough and like can't be
Yeah.
deep, which like
Like,
most of my
men
friends
don't
and dudes are.
cry.
Yeah, men don't
Yeah.
cry. People are like,
Yeah.
men can't do this and like they can't be like this. But I feel like as a dude want to like with this podcast, one of my objectives is to like kind of get rid of that and like make
Yeah.
it like some dudes are like this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Love to see it.
Thank
No,
you.
genuinely, like, it's so cool. Like, I know I've already said this, but like to see that someone I knew so many years, not so, I mean, acting like I'm 30, no, but like years ago,
Yeah.
and like seeing you at this stage in your life and seeing how much you've evolved and like it's insane. I remember watching the episode with you and Henrik and being like, I had class with these guys, like, and now
Yeah.
they're literal like philosophers. Like I couldn't even believe it. And I was like, wow, like that's so insane to see people who have like this type of depth of mind, and like really do analyze things and do see things. And it's like, oh, like it's so crazy. And I think like, hopefully more people see your podcast and more people think like this, because I think it's such a valuable experience and such a valuable thing in life as well. So that's
Thank
my little
you.
spiel.
No, that means a lot. Oh my God. Wow. But yeah, no. I've even like we haven't had a conversation since grade 7. And like
Yeah.
I you're a completely different person, obviously. But like
Yeah.
you're not like a bad person. Like you're like a really good person. Cause like
Thank you. I'd hope so.
like no offense to people who are watching who are in our class, but like or like in our
Mhm.
school, but like I don't know if you've even met some of them lately, but like a lot of them aren't the same and they aren't like
Mhm.
good. Well, I don't know if they're good people, but like they're just
Yeah.
not the same. They're kind of like it's kind of judgmental of me, but they're kind of like, you know, they're just
Yeah.
not like the type
I
of
know
people
what
I
you're
would mess
hinting
with.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like you're like part of the group that's like been the same in terms of like character, but like obviously you've changed and you've changed for the better, which is like
Yeah.
something that I like to see,
Good.
But yeah,
Good.
um, is that your the last of your
I,
questions, or you guys still got more?
I that was I had one that was like, oh, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? But we got the 10-year
Yeah, yeah,
one. Um, but like for real, I really valued this conversation, although this is like a podcast, but like I think I really needed a conversation like this to really like get my thoughts out and all that kind of
yeah.
great stuff.
That's what it's all
Oh,
about.
I'm so excited to like go back and see this episode and show all my friends and everybody and be like annoying everybody, being like, hey, did you watch this episode? Did you watch it? So
Yeah.
yeah.
And people can get a look inside of what your thoughts are, what my thoughts are. And like
Yeah.
in the future, like we're probably gonna stay in touch, hopefully. And we can
Hopefully.
like talk
Hopefully,
about this,
yeah.
look back on this. It'll be a good memory. And
Yeah.
you know, it's beneficial for both of us. So I'm glad. But
Honestly, yeah.
you're a dope person. I appreciate everything you've done, said. I appreciate you coming on here
Oh,
and like
thank you. No,
just
thank you for this
yeah,
opportunity.
yeah, for sure, man. I just had to. I just knew that your energy, even in like a simple text conversation, it's just like this
Yeah.
person just just is this certain way. And for some reason, it
Oh,
like it made me feel like you really were like you wanted to be involved. I knew it, and
oh,
you even said it.
100%.
Yeah, you were like you had like this like fire in you, I could tell. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any last words in conclusion for you?
I think my last words are, again, thank you for this opportunity. We haven't talked since
My
seventh
pleasure.
grade, and I literally felt like I was talking to one of my close friends. Like that doesn't
Yeah.
happen, you know? Like that's crazy. I hope this podcast gets like a billion plus
Yeah.
subscribers and such. I hope you continue to do this. Like, please do not give this up. I think this is such a cool thing you're doing. I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to see like future episodes, and hopefully 10 years from now, I'm still
The 10-year
listening
thing.
to this to these podcasts. And
Yeah.
again, you're such a cool person. So proud of you. So cool that you're doing this. Yada yada yada.
Thank you so much for coming and doing
Yeah.
everything and saying all that. Oh my god. All right. It's been an amazing episode. Thank you all for watching. Uh I'll leave if you guys want to look at Ridwana's information. Sorry, I'm stuttering on your name. Anything that I'll link some stuff in the description for her. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And yeah, that's it. Bye.